Hello and welcome to my Game Week 29 Premier League predictions. We've got the midweek games as there's FA Cup later on in the weekend. Wolves Liverpool tonight, of course. Villa Chelsea tomorrow, some big games. Newcastle Man United, Villa Forest, Newcastle Man United, Man City, Forest. As well, Tottenham Palace takes place on Thursday as well. So, let's just dive straight into my Game Week 29 Premier League predictions. Jumping into the first game then, we've got Bournemouth versus Brentford at the Vitality. Bournemouth haven't beaten Brentford in 9 attempts, while Brentford have won their last 5 head-to-heads straight. Bournemouth 2 draws in their last 2 matches away at West Ham and at home to Sunderland. Probably could have won that game at home to Sunderland in the end if you look at the chances they had in that one, but Sunderland made it very, very difficult. Brentford beating, probably getting a bit of a lucky win over Burnley after go 3-0 up, then bottling it to 3-3, and then Burnley did actually score 2 goals to go on and win it, but they're both disallowed due to VAR. Not clear and obvious for me if it's taking more than 4 minutes to sort something out, but anyway, I'm sure it's shorter than that, but anyway, but good win for Brentford at the weekend. 4-1 home win for Brentford. Last time they played in the Premier League earlier in the season. Last time they played at Bournemouth was 2-1 away win for Brentford. On the last 2 occasions that's happened in 2024 and 2025. 5 wins for Bournemouth, 6 draws, 11 wins for Brentford. Last 2 seasons, last season this was played in March, similar time this year, of course. I'm going to back a Cherries win in this one. I think they're finally going to break that hoodoo of losing to Brentford, and I think they're going to get over the line in this one. I'm going to back Bournemouth to win this by 2-1 over over Keith Andrews' Bees in this one. Everton Burnley is next then at the Hill Dickinson. Everton, very good away win last time out, of course, over Newcastle. Big away win. I had a feeling they'd win that. I don't think I backed it in my predictions, but I just could see Everton winning that. Their away form has been pretty good this season. They do seem to struggle at home, which leads me towards they might struggle in this one against a Burnley team that are fighting for their lives. They've been giving it a right go in recent games, of course, away at Palace, away at Chelsea. Home to Brentford, very unfortunate to lose that one. Earlier in the season, 0-0 draw between the sides on the 27th of December. 1-0 home win for Everton over Burnley last time they did play that was at Goodison Park in 2024. 10 wins for Everton, 2 draws, 6 wins for Burnley. I think Everton will win this. I know their home form hasn't been particularly great. I'm going to back Everton to win this one. I think it'd be too difficult for Burnley to come here and get a result. It could be a draw, but I just can't see it personally. I think Everton will win this quite comfortably. I'll go for a 2-0 home Everton win over Burnley here. I don't really see Burnley, despite them having a bit of a uptick of goals recently, not exactly getting the points on the board, but Everton will win this 2-0 at the Hill Dickinson. Leeds Sunderland at 7:30 then is another one, or the final game tonight at 7:30. 2 promoted sides from the Championship last season facing off against each other. Leeds losing at home to Man City, at the weekend. Very, very unlucky to lose that one in my eyes. I feel like they could have won that if they just, VAR and all that stuff didn't get in the way. I think they would have got something. Bournemouth won, Sunderland won at the weekend. Decent away point for Sunderland. There was talk of them still going on a massive downward slide and getting relegated. Personally, don't see that. I think they will be absolutely fine this season, and they've got more than enough home support to get across the line if that is the case. Anyway, 1-1 draw earlier in the season on the 28th of December. 2 wins for Leeds, 4 draws, 2 wins for Sunderland. These sides haven't exactly played each other a lot as of late. They've played each other in the Championship, but not in terms of like league stature, it's been a while before 2015 since they played each other. Anyway, Leeds should get over the line at Ellen Road, home team playing against Sunderland. Sunderland do sit 12th but ranked 19th on the XG. Leeds haven't kept a clean sheet in 7. Sunderland are winners in their 9 away Premier League games. I'm going to go for a big win for Leeds. I'm going to go for a 3-1 home win for Daniel Farke's Leeds in this one. I think it'd be quite the win and quite the statement to probably try and stay up in the division this season. So 3-1 to Leeds over Sunderland in this one. Into the 8:15 kickoff we go then as Wolves take on Liverpool. Could Wolves provide another shock after they beat Aston Villa on Friday night, didn't they, by 2-0? Unai Emery just hates Molineux. Liverpool 4 wins on the trot for them. They beat Sunderland, Brighton, Forest, West Ham. It's been pretty good for Liverpool so far this season. Well, so far in the last few games. Well, this season's been quite dreadful for them actually. They do play in the FA Cup on Friday night as well, which is coincidental at Molineux as well. So I don't think would Liverpool travel back to Liverpool just for an extra training session. We'll have to wait and see. They probably would waste the travel money. 2-1 home win for Liverpool. Last time they play at Wolves was a 2-1 away win for Liverpool as well. 4 wins for Wolves, 1 draw, 8 wins for Liverpool. I think Liverpool will win this. I think it'd be a scrappy. I think they will win this, but I think it'd be a scrappy game. I think it'd be a 1-0 Liverpool away win here. Really don't get the thing of an 8:15 kickoff. I just think that's way too late, but that's just me. Wolves have scored the fewest goals in the Premier League with just 20, but yeah, Liverpool win this by 1-0 here over Wolves. Into Wednesday night's fixtures as Aston Villa take on Chelsea in probably what is the second biggest game or even the biggest game this weekend in terms of the top 4 race, but Chelsea losing away at Arsenal. But Chelsea have dropped too many points, drawing at home to Leeds, drawing at home to Burnley. They're the kind of games you need to be winning if you are going to get top 4, top 5 this season, whatever it may be for Chelsea. Villa did lose away at Wolves, as we know, very disappointing defeat. Just spoke there about Unai Emery cannot win away at Molineux, can he? Villa have been on poor form, only 1 win in their last 5, and that was against a poor Fabian Hurtzler's Brighton. Villa did win this fixture over Chelsea earlier in the season by 2-1. They came from behind, didn't they? And that one was that their last game of Enzo Maresca? I think it was. 22nd of February, last time to play at Villa. Villa won that as well, 2-1 at home. 8 wins for Villa, 6 draws, 16 wins for Chelsea. Chelsea usually get the job done here away at Villa. I don't know why. Well, last season they didn't, but you know, but they usually do get a decent result here. I'm actually going to bet Chelsea to win this. That means Villa are going to win like 3-0 now. So I'm going to bet Chelsea to win by 2-1 away at Villa Park here. I know Villa's home form is quite good, but yeah, they just seem to be struggling at the moment, like they were at the start of the season, struggling to score goals as well. So yeah, back in Liam Rossini's Chelsea to win by 2-1. Brighton, Arsenal is next, and these are the games that Arsenal, well, they've been winning them so far, need to be winning, going away to places like Brighton, Palace, Brentford. Already been to Brentford, but these are the games you've got to be winning to stay in that title race. Brighton on decent form, back-to-back wins for them. They seem to have picked up again recently at the Amex. Can they win this one though against an Arsenal side that did beat them earlier in the season by 2-1 in the reverse fixture, and then 1-1 last Sunday play at Brighton on the 4th of January 2025. 6 wins for Brighton, 5 draws, 10 wins for the Arsenal. Arsenal sit top of the table. Brighton sit at 11th, still in and around that Europe place. If they go on a bit of a run now, they could definitely get in there, and they're probably going to have to win this against Arsenal. Arsenal back-to-back wins over Spurs and Chelsea. As we know it, Danny Welbeck is 1 goal away from consecutive 10-goal Premier League seasons at age 35. How is he still banging in the goals? I'll never know. Brighton have won back-to-back league games for the first time since November. Arsenal 16 goals from corners equals the all-time in a Premier League season single record, as they scored a few at the weekend against Chelsea. Set piece again, ole. Arsenal win this 2-0 away from home. I think they'll have too much for Brighton and at Fabian Hurtzler's side in this one. I know Mitoma's back from injury for Brighton, which is kind of playing into their good results of late, but I think Arsenal just going to have too much quality in this one. 2-0. Fulham, West Ham. Fulham. Good wins recently over Sunderland and Spurs. They take on a West Ham side that have just been thrashed away at Anfield by 5-2. Fulham haven't kept a clean sheet in 12, which is a bit of a problem. Earlier in the season, Fulham did win this by 1-0 at West Ham. 5 wins for Fulham, 4 draws, 11 wins for West Ham. 3-2 home win for West Ham over Fulham last season, and then back at Fulham was a 1-1 draw. West Ham fighting for their lives down at the bottom of the Premier League table at the moment. 2 points off Forest, 4 points off Spurs. We'll get onto them in a minute. Fulham, well, they've probably got nothing to play for now. They're still maybe in a bit of a Europe fight, possibly. They're only 5 points off Chelsea, so they're definitely still in it, just about 8 points off Liverpool. So, yeah, there's definitely an interesting battle raging on there for sure. But, they take on a West Ham side that are fighting for their lives at the bottom, have hit a bit of decent perform before losing away at Liverpool. I'm going to back a draw in this one, though. I think Fulham chasing Europe, West Ham fight for their lives. I can just see a 1-1 draw sitting on the fence in this one between Fulham and West Ham. Not a lot to separate these two. Man City versus Forest next at the Etihad. 5 wins on the trot in all competitions for Manchester City. 4 of those coming in the Premier League, and another one of those coming against Salford City in the FA Cup. Second sit Man City, 17th sit Forest at the moment. City have won 14 out of 18 Premier League matches without Haaland since the 22-23 season. Is he going to be out again? We'll have to wait and see. Erling Haaland leads the Premier League with 22 goals this season. No draws in the last 6 meetings between these two sides. Vital Pereira's side have conceded 90 set-piece goals this season. Mainly not on him, though, as he's only just been in the job like a few days or a few weeks, I should say. Elliot Anderson leads all Premier League players for possession 1 and duels 1. 6 wins for City, 1 draw, 1 win for Forest, 2-1 win for City earlier in the season. Reinders and Cherky, the scorers that day. They did play at Wembley as well last season, 2-0 away win for City. Forest did beat them by a 0 on the 8th of March last season when City weren't exactly playing the best football. City are going to win this. I'm going to go for a 3-0 home Manchester City win here over Nottingham Forest. I think it'd be quite a routine win for Man City in this one. And Forest, I'd probably change the manager again if they lost this 3-0. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm joking, they're obviously not. So, but yeah, 3-0 City over Forest. And into the 8:50 kickoff, and we've got Newcastle taking on Manchester United, probably the game of the round. This one at St James's Park. Newcastle did unfortunately lose to Everton at the weekend, unfortunately for them. Back-to-back wins for Manchester United over Everton and Palace. They take on a Newcastle side that St James's Park. This place will be rocking, although will it from what happened at the weekend? We'll have to wait and see. 13th versus 3rd in the table. Newcastle 36 points. What is going on with them? They're not far off the drop zone, actually. No, they're still 11 points clear. But you get what I mean. Scored 50 goals in the last 6 matches despite defensive struggles. 23 points in 9 games for Michael Carrick, only drawing one of those. Man United are the only team unbeaten in 2026 so far. They haven't won at St James's Park since 2020. Avoided defeat in all 5 league games when travelling this calendar year. Newcastle have lost their last 3 home matches, while Man United are unbeaten in 7. United won this fixture on Boxing Day by a 0-0. 9 wins for Newcastle, 6 draws, 17 wins for Manchester United. Good about the Geordies to get over the line in this one. Going to go for a 1-0 Newcastle win. Don't know what, just vibes. I just think anything could possibly happen in this game. So, back in Newcastle United to win this by a 0-0 over United. And into Thursday night's game then, as Tottenham take on Crystal Palace. If Tottenham loses, I've heard they're going to sack Igor Tudor. I mean, he's been in the job a week, for God's sake. Give the guy a bit of time and cut him some slack. 4 defeats on the trot for Tottenham. It's not really looking good. I think sacking the manager would not change a thing. United to beat Palace, of course. Palace getting over the line in the Conference League as well. Completely forgot about that. 14th versus 16th. I think whoever loses this could be looking over their shoulder. Well, Tottenham already are looking over their shoulder at Forest and West Ham behind them. Spurs winless in their last 10 Premier League matches, equaling their longest run since 1994. Spurs are the only Premier League team without a win in 2026. Is that going to continue? Thursday night, I should say. Haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 5 matches either. Palace have also lost 90 points from winning positions in this second, which is the second most in the Premier League this season. 1-0 away with for Spurs over Palace. Earlier in the season, Palace did beat Spurs on the 11th of May 2025 back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium earlier that season, of course. earlier last season. 18 wins for Spurs, 3 draws, 6 wins for Palace. Yeah, the misery is going to continue, unfortunately. Spurs fans, 2-1 away Palace win. I'm backing here. I think this will be quite a decent win for Palace and maybe can push towards their mid-table / Europe, as it's still very tight and congested in around that mid-table in the Premier League as of right now. So, yeah, Palace to beat Spurs by 2-1. Thank you very much for watching my Game Week 29 Premier League predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And I'll speak to you all on the next one, which will be EFL predictions or something like that tomorrow, as well as FA Cup on Thursday. So don't forget to stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And I'll speak to you all on the next one.